Guys, please welcome to the stage the wonderful Neil Newbon, Tim Downie, and Jennifer English. Huge round of applause, please. Louder, louder, let's go. There's Tim. Jennifer. Neil. I think, Neil, you're next to me. You're next to me. Oh, wow, that is a lot lower than what I thought it was.
Oh, there it is.
What? Really yeah, you're taller than me as well. Jeez, oh. Guys, I know Jennifer and Neil, you've been to MCM before.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Tim, is this your first time as well?
Yeah, my first time.
Yeah.
I had no idea what to experience. And then you walk in today and go, wow, okay, that's a thing. There's a lot of people here.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, very, very much. It's extraordinary to see the costumes and just kind of the attention to detail on things. It just blows my mind. It really does. It's incredible.
It must be nice for all of you, you know, when you do a job like this, and then it's like a physical manifestation of the work. How is it meeting people, Neil, when you come to... I know you're at conventions all the time.
Yeah, I've been very lucky to be a part of the convention stuff since 2018 with Detroit Become Human, then Resident Evil, now with this as well.
Yep.
One thing that's nice, actually, was that we all know each other outside of work. So we were talking about this earlier, about how we create little families. Mm-hmm. One thing that we don't get to do is meet all of you lot and see your experiences of the project and your questions and things. So this is really, this is like really valuable for us to hear your opinion, because ultimately we play our roles, we get given these amazing scripts by Larian, this amazing project by Larian and all the wonderful writers and Sven, who champions all of us, but we don't get to hear the reaction of other people. And especially because it's D&D and it's also got lineage and it's such a huge story, I feel really blessed and honoured to be able to meet people and hear their experiences or their expectations, or hopefully when it's released, obviously in August, how their experience of their journey was with their party. So yeah, loving it. It's very
what
cool.
kind of things do people say to you, Jennifer, when they come and meet you? How are they connecting? You know, what are they saying to you?
I think last year was the first time that I'd really met, because as you say, we just go to the studio and record and don't speak to the fans at all. So last year, it was just magical. And I think to just hear, like, the diverse range of the people I'm meeting. I mean, I'm queer, and I was just absolutely thrilled of the amount of queer people coming to talk to me, and neurodiverse, again, repping. So it was really nice to be like, oh, you're me, ADHD pals, yay. So I think that was really, like, I just came away last year just feeling, like, full of heart, yeah.
Tim, I know that you're not a gamer at all.
Oh God, no.
No.
What? You Absolutely not. No, I'm the type of gamer where you'll give me the, I don't know, joystick. Is that still a thing?
Wow,
and,
wow, Tim, wow.
I'll be the one running into the wall, getting like hacked to pieces, and going, well, I don't know how this works. I do what and what with this, and then I have to invert what? So I do a lot of that. So I'd be the worst. If I really was in a party, you would want me dead within seconds.
I love it. I love that you started with joystick.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is joystick still a thing?
Oh, I'm totally, no, Commodore 64, I'm there.
Oh, I was an Atari ST person. I'm giving away my age now, you guys. Giving away my age. I know that Neil's a big gamer. Jennifer, what about you? You into games?
I watch YouTube. I am the same. I am awful. I think because I've got an addictive personality, and I know that if I started, you would not see me. I mean, I'm dreadful as far as like watching YouTube playthroughs. I will spend hours watching it. So let alone if I'm allowed to play. But yeah, I mean, if someone would like to buy me a games console, I will happily take one.
Oh, you're well up for that.
We will educate you.
I'm well up
we will
for
educate
it.
you.
Yeah, educate me. Yeah.
Neil, is this the kind of game when you were younger, growing up, that you would have absolutely like loved, like when you were really, really tiny, like a fantasy game?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I played the originals when they came out, so I'm that old.
Giving away your age.
Yeah, giving away my age, yeah. So I was a teenager when they came out, and I played them to death, and I loved them. But also, I was role-playing games since I was 8. So I was into like Dragon Warriors, and then D&D, and then Warhammer and stuff like that. So this is like, I remember when we did the casting back in 2019, would have been the casting, when we started working on this thing. Although it was code-named heavily, I knew exactly what it was, because the different races were identified, And I was like, I just freaked out. So I was like, I know exactly what this is. This is Baldur's Gate. Because of the way they set it up and everything. So for me, this was always something that I had to take very seriously because I'm also a massive fan of D&D and Baldur's Gate and all that stuff. And I think the one thing that actors can't do is get swept away with your own history, your own life, and that somehow supplement the experience of the job. And so I had to be very careful not to be too excited about just doing the gig and just focus on making the character as best as I saw him or see him. So I'm still shooting on it.
I mean, I've interviewed you many times, and I love how I think every interview Neil gets in Baldur's Gate somewhere. I think you mentioned
this. This is true.
Always, like true. Whether it's online or on stage, you're like Baldur's Gate. It's almost Baldur's Gate. You've got Baldur's Gate Tourette's. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. In terms of the fantasy genre, Tim, are you a big fan of fantasy growing up?
Oh yeah, that side of things, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
You know, I remember as a kid reading, I think it was called Find Your Own, the books that were released. Again, like Make Your Own Fantasy, where you kind of read on and it would go, turn to page 7 if you wish to follow the orc, or Fighting Fantasy. Yes. I had like dozens and dozens of those and just kind of peeled, no, I've ended up in an oubliette. I'll go back a bit and then I'll carry on. So I adored all that. And then I would discover Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. And that was my whole education growing up. That was my world. I could just throw myself in and just immerse myself. So on that side of things, I was all about that. And movies like Labyrinth and things like that, where I would just be like, oh, yes, I want to go to the Bog of Eternal Stench. You know, that's what I want, all of that.
Do you, though?
Well, I'd like to spend some time there.
Just a flying visit.
You know, just a little bolt hole in the...
Or meet the little caterpillar and go, oh, we don't want to go that way. If you'd have gone that way, you'd gone straight to that castle. That kind of,
just have a summer house, their little bijou cottage.
A little something
somewhere.
I can do. Yeah, exactly. Take myself off to on weekends.
What about you, Jennifer? Do you love this genre?
Oh, absolutely adore it. Yeah, I'm the same. It's funny you said Labyrinth, and now
It's
like,
so
can we just go watch that while we sign some autographs?
Yeah. Always.
Yeah, I love all of that. And Lord of the Rings was big growing up, and Terry Pratchett. Yeah. Huge. Like anything that I like, you know, can get lost in a world and like make it up myself, or you know, like all of that.
I had one of those. I bought one of those books recently. Actually, it was an adult version where you're a cat, and it doesn't end well.
Do you get
You've ruined it now?
It's a really depressing book. No, I'm a lovely little cat. Like it's really quite. I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, I love those books. I was obsessed with those books and rolling dice and stuff like that.
I think what it is that like fantasy, I mean storytelling, regardless whether it's film, movies, fantasy, sci-fi, it's all about our need as human beings to have a shared story.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this the other day about like what is it about games are an active medium, obviously, as we know, and TV and film is passive because it's somebody else's story that we're engaging with. But there's something in that commonality of having a shared experience. Obviously, games tailored more to your ideas and your imagination and impulses, but ultimately, it's a shared experience of humanity. I think that's why storytelling is still so important. Not just entertainment, but also through the pandemic, for instance, there's a lot of people that played the EA of Baldur's Gate or other games, there's some which I've been involved with, and they all said that it brought people together from all over the world that had a sense of isolation because of the pandemic or what they were going through, and they didn't feel so alone by these amazing communities that you all create together. And it is something that is a modern thing. It's a beautiful thing based on an old idea of collective community. Yeah. I think it's really cool. I mean, Baldur's Gate hasn't come out yet, and there are hundreds of thousands of people that play this game and talk about this game and share experiences on it. I think it's very honouring for me, and I know for you guys, to be a part of that in a small way. To watch these communities really take this IP and all the rest of them go and fly with it.
Well, that's why.
Wow, that was a ramble. I have no idea where I started.
Loved it.
I was thinking about 10
things.
things.
I was just there.
Like,
Neil rambling.
You know what I'm talking. You're sitting back and enjoying wavelength, man. You're like,
100%.
I love doing interviews where Neil's on the panel. It's like you wind you up and you're just like, there you go, that's it. No need for me to be here. I wanted to ask about being storytellers, you know, like, and working within this genre, because the great thing, obviously, about doing voice is you're not judged by how you look and all of those kind of things. You can play any character you want. So I wanted to ask each one of you, start with Tim, what was the best thing about playing Gale, like playing this character?
Well, when are you going to get a chance to play a wizard?
Yeah.
Very rarely, very rarely. And just the scale, I think I entered into this and didn't fully appreciate the depth of storytelling and the depth of the world and the depth of character that you have to find as an actor is just, it's mind-boggling. It's world-building in that sense. And so then how do you fit into that? And then how do you create your own version of that? How do you stand out from all the other kind of different characters within the game as well and within the genre? What do you do? How do you... And you are given license to play. And that's the most glorious thing about doing something like this or acting in general. You get that chance to play because you are in a place where there's nothing around. So you are literally like a 5-year-old where you're kind of in the garden and you're going, right, I am the emperor of this world and I am in this and I am in this wood and I'm going to get attacked now, but there's nothing there apart from you and your imagination and maybe some sticks. And you are that again, and you have to find it in your head to populate the world and populate the scenery around you from just imagination. And to be able to go off on those little flights of fancy is a wonderful thing. It's almost like therapy. You just kind of go, I'm going to immerse myself for this. For a few hours, I'm not me. I'm going to be Gale of Waterdeep and I'm going to go with this. I'm going to find what he likes. What does he like? What does he not like? Who does he like? Who doesn't he like? As you kind of populate your way through it. And I find that endlessly rewarding.
Is there
Interesting on that note, I should point out that we not only do the voiceover, but we're also doing the performance capture.
Yeah, we are.
So you are manifesting Gale in its entirety.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is Gale, do you know what I mean, in that way. So
which
it's not just the voice.
Which is that incredible thing when you watch it back of going, well, it doesn't necessarily look like me, but it sounds like me and it moves like me. And I found that quite, wow, that's quite... You do have to kind of do a bit of a double take to think, all right, but it's animated me. It's not me.
Yeah.
But it is me. It imbues all those little things, the little ticks and little head turns or hand flicks that you do. It's there. It's in the game, and it adds so much more color and so much more creativity to it rather than just being, an animated thing, which is incredible.
For those who don't know, then Tim Downie, the actor, what would you say is a big tell that's part of you in that character? What is really you inside of that character that you brought?
The use of sarcasm is very me, and it's very Gale now as well, I think.
Very Gale
And
now.
that use of trying to find the funny in something, where something like, something really bad has happened, and Gale has a tendency to kind of go, well, okay, that happened, so anyway, we better move on. Or not really caring for many other characters apart from himself, unless you can give him something or do something for him, then he's fine with that. Terrible things can happen, and he'll go, well, we won't go that way then. We really probably should go this way. And so that's probably...
You are the master of that. I have to say, when we started, because we talked about you, as we talked about everybody we hadn't met yet, I was like, who's playing Gale? Because all of us listened to the audio when we were feeding off the lines, and we all record it individually. And it was just like, he just nails that whole completely dry, possibly sarcastic, possibly truthful, not entirely sure where you are. Yeah. So we were very excited that you were kind of like that in the real life.
Oh, good. I am like that in real life. Just that's it.
It's true. I got a taste of that during lunch.
There you go.
We had a sarcasm off.
Oh, yeah.
Over the curry.
Love a sarcasm off. Yeah. That's how I roll.
A good fish curry.
That's how I indulge. Oh, yeah.
What about you, Jennifer? When you are looking at a character like Shadowheart, where do you start as an actor? Where did you start personally?
Where did I start personally?
Yeah.
Shadowheart, I imagine a lot of you have played early access. She's a little bit of an enigma. And so it was tricky because there is stuff that I didn't know as an actor about her story. And I have to be really, really careful about what I say now because we've recorded a lot. And
we will jump in.
And I can't remember what you know and don't know. But there's some really amazing, very rich, very beautiful stuff going on with Shadowheart. I think I'm allowed to say that, right?
You're allowed to say in very general terms.
In
there's
very
some amazing
general
story
stuff,
yet
there's
to
amazing
happen.
things that might or might not be happening.
Yes, you're fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's complicated, and it was finding the real humanity in her. And I think at first, we've changed a lot. I think a lot of you who've paid early access will know that early Shadowheart to Shadowheart now is really different. And we really played with her And at first, you know, it was all this front and this sass, and she was quite mean, and she still can be mean. But then we started to just get deeper and deeper, and that was just a joyous thing to behold, to go, no, this isn't just the mean girl at school that's got her defenses up. This is someone who's going, I mean, they're all going through a lot. Let's be real. It's not often you have a tadpole inside your own head that might kill you.
Surprisingly, it isn't my first time, darling.
I mean, if anyone's going to have a tadpole inside their head, it's going to be Neil Newbon.
I'll try anything once, darling.
Neil is the tadpole.
Yeah.
Neil.
Neil
Don't know what that means, but
Hey,
it
that's a
sounded
spoiler.
good when it sounded good in my head. Shit, do I have a tadpole in my head? Hold on. Sorry, keep going. Keep going.
We were all tadpoles.
We are all tadpoles. You are all tadpoles.
We are all tadpoles here. So yeah, I think kind of unpicking that, and like I don't know games as well as you, as probably all of you, and I think in my head, games were kind of light and breezy. Boy, was I wrong. And the amount, I mean, we've had 4 years with these characters, which is disgusting. How has it been 4 years? But I think, I don't know if we can go deeper with these characters. So yeah, it's just been an absolute privilege, to be honest.
And Neil Astarion, what a fun character to play. You must have had
He's
fun.
okay, darling. He's good for some kicks.
Yeah.
No, I've got really lucky with Astarion. Really
It's
lucky.
a great character. What was
It's
the most
one of
fun?
I think it's become one of my all-time favorites.
Really?
Yeah. Well, like Jennifer was saying, and Tim was saying, we've been with this for 4.5 years.
Yeah.
So actually, at the beginning of the game, which is when we did the first bits of Act 1, which is early access stuff, all of the characters were, I want to say, a bit more muted in who they were. They were a bit more guarded. So Astarion actually is very different when you first meet him, and then he becomes. And this happened by accident. Initially, we were a bit more like middle of the line with our characters because we didn't know a lot of the story, weren't sure where they were going. Some of their motivations were hidden even from us because maybe the story hadn't been completely fleshed out. So actually, early Astarion is a lot more civil and a lot more presentable. And it's only when he starts getting to know the character, which happened as we carried on shooting, that I started developing with the writer, Stephen Rooney, who's an absolutely extraordinary writer. And he and I started tapping into each other's rhythms. He actually started writing from my rhythm because I found things in his writing that even he didn't think about. And so the two of us actually have a little online bromance that we've never met because he's an island. And so, but we speak a lot. And that helped us develop, and all of our writers are incredible, absolutely extraordinary writers on this. And all our characters got more and more fleshy and meaty and developed and layered. And so it feels very much, if you play through early access to Act 2, that these characters suddenly open up because you get to know them more. So with Astarion, I mean, I was lucky as well because I'm a character actor that finally can take his face off from TV and film, which is great. So I tend to really try and explore the opposite in many ways of what I am. And I base this on one of my close friends and my acting teacher, actually. And he's an amalgamation of the two people. And I just found this rhythm through him, this flow through him, which was all about deflection and all this kind of stuff. And it's just so much fun to play him. But also, I really dig the fact that Larian are very inclusive. My character is pansexual, but that's not defining him.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, you know, if a character was queer or not straight in some way or another, they would either be a villain or they would be like, they wouldn't be a hero. They wouldn't be a lead. They would be like a support, like a friend or a bad person or whatever. So the fact that he is pansexual, but actually is a kick-ass hero and is one of the people you're rooting for, and it doesn't matter about his sexuality. It's just that that's what he is. He's a vampire. He's a high elf. He's also pansexual. I think that happens to a lot of our characters. Well, I think all of our characters, with one exception, are pansexual.
Yeah,
So-
you can romance anyone.
And it's not a thing like, you know, we're pansexual. It's more like, they love who they love. And I think there's a lot of inclusion. There's a lot of lines that were added to our shooting that I worked out roughly how much I think it would have cost Larian at a minimum, simply to include non-binary pronouns. They, them. You know, we did all
We
those.
did hours
We did
of-
hours
yeah.
and hours.
Yeah.
You don't understand how much money that costs. Most companies would have gone, well, that's too much money for a small thing. It's not a small thing. And the fact that Larian did that is one of the many small things that you won't know about, that they pushed and pushed and pushed further and further to accommodate this idea of inclusivity, of representation. I just dig it. I think it's one of my favorite things about this is that we get to play these very diverse characters. Yeah. It's just who they are. It's not even a big flagged thing. It's just like, this is who they are. It's normalized. Yeah, that's how it should be. Which is actually how it should be. And that's the aim for all of us, isn't it? Is to normalize who you are. That's it. Yeah. So I really like that about the characters, that aspect of it. I think
that's incredible. Cool. I mean, at the end of the day, we all bleed the same blood and we're just humans. Yeah, man. You know? And that's as easy as that. Yeah. Now, in terms of being a gamer myself, I love a good romance. I love romancing characters.
You go a bit deeper than romance, darling.
I love it.
Deeper than that, darling.
I bloody love it. So I wanted to compare your characters to yourselves in real life. So I wanted to start with Tim. Gale's quite easy to romance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, next question.
So, is it the same for Tim Downie in real life?
Yeah.
How does one romance Tim Downie?
I don't know. I'm probably one of the most sort of English sensibilities you'll probably ever like to meet. I mean, listen to me, for crying out loud. I couldn't be more English. No, I found all of that really quite liberating.
Really?
On many other occasions. You go, this is great. This is extraordinary. Because usually when you film stuff like that, it's quite linear and it's quite prosaic within its way. And because also we move at quite a pace getting through the job that we have to do and what goes on. It's great. It is quite liberating. I mean, they do shut the door, and I insist upon they shut the door. Like, we're doing this, please just shut the door. That's fine. Put a sign saying don't come in. But it's great. It's really good fun, and it is kind of, okay, yeah, I'm just going to go with this. Because you can just put up barriers as an actor, as a person, as an actor, to kind of go, oh, okay, this could be quite uncut. I don't really know how to do with this. But the best thing to do is just go, I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to do it, because you can tell if someone's slightly uncomfortable or a bit nervous about something like that. Even when you're just playing a game and it's animated, you just got to go, yeah, I'm just going to go with this. Yeah. Fabulous. Let's just do it. And then it just frees you and it opens up and you begin to go, this is great. How liberating this is. So that's another aspect of working on it that you kind of go, this is great. This is, yeah, fantastic.
I love that. But Shadowheart is slightly
harder.
Slightly more difficult.
Slightly harder work.
Yes.
I am the opposite, so, you know. It's no secret I fell in love with my girlfriend, who is a movement director on the game. She's somewhere in the audience. Hey, baby. So she's in all of my sessions. So when we're doing romance stuff, I have my girlfriend there, which is sometimes useful and sometimes really awkward. So it's been a really different experience, I imagine, to the both of you, who I don't think are going out with anyone in the behind the scenes. So so I had to put the walls up because I'm very like, yeah, let's go out. But Shadowheart, well, I'm not going to ruin anything because it depends on what you do on stuff. Okay, guys, it depends on stuff. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
And finally, Astarion.
It's a burning question. We all want to know: is he genuinely? No, I'm not going to tell you about me because I don't like to talk about myself very much.
Of course, that's fine.
I'd much rather people focus on the character. I will say that it's not difficult to romance Astarion. You may have to cross a lot of moral boundaries. Sure. So when in doubt, just do the absolute worst possible thing and you'll be fine. Any doubt, just do the absolute worst thing and you'll be fine.
I love it. Yeah. Okay, now, I was looking on Reddit, at Reddit posts.
Oh my God, why?
I know.
Don't do that.
I was doing my research, you guys, and this is what came up. So there's a lot of really fun Reddit posts chatting about your characters. And we have fan questions before I go on after this. There's a mic right in the middle here. If anyone's got any questions, please start lining up. And please do not be shy, because these guys really would love to answer your questions. Yes, thank you. Everyone start lining up. Yes, please don't be shy. So before we get to the fan questions, let's start with Gale. So this is something that there was a comment that said, I find him hot and funny, magical and dumb. Would you say that's a fair description?
I think that's my wife, isn't it, who's wrote that? Yeah, I think that's pretty level, really. I think that's basically how I've lived the last couple of years of my life, I think, but to be honest with you.
Hot, funny, magical and dumb.
Yep, that's it. Done.
Love it.
Well,
That's
the
on-
pretty one's always so dumb.
That's on the Tinder profile.
Neil, I've got here, says here, he ticks so many boxes. Drama queen, mischievous, angsty, snarky, facial structure, vampire, ambiguous sexuality, little meow meow, sneaky stabby boy. Who must be protected but might betray us in the end. What's not to love? Please comment on that.
What the fuck?
Wow. That's ridiculous.
For once, darling, I'm speechless.
Wow.
I don't know how to comment on that.
Neil-
Sorry. Thank you, I guess.
I've never heard you say I'm speechless.
I think
That's
the thing
incredible.
is that, yeah, I don't know really how to respond to that.
I love it.
Thank you, I think, is appropriate. So
Thank you, Reddit.
Thank you, Reddit.
Thank you, Reddit. And finally,
I'm glad
Jennifer.
you like it. There you go.
Jennifer, I've got here. I love her her sassiness, and I'm deaf's going to romance her in the full game. Sassy. Are you quite sassy? You said you're quite open in real life,
sassy.
but are you quite sassy?
Sassy, yeah.
Yeah.
I get to put all my sassy energy that I don't really have in real life at all. I'm not really that sassy. I'm just quite nice, I think, quite friendly. So I get to explore that side. Yeah, I mean, yeah, do romance her. I think she needs it.
You do sassy well, though. I've seen
thank
your
you.
session. You do you nail
Yeah,
sassy.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
As I say, I literally have all this sassy energy that I don't expend in real life. That
All
I
this
can
excess sass.
all the excess sass that I can just whip out at a moment's notice.
I think that's the nice thing, just on that. I think, and all of us have experienced that, I think. And the other Origin actors as well,
Yeah.
who are amazing. We get to do what we ought not to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's aspects of us that may be the same rhythm as the character. There's other stuff that isn't the same. And that's the glory of being an actor, is that you get to play the other. You get to play the stuff that you absolutely wouldn't do in real life.
Yeah.
For whatever reason or another. I think that's the joy of it, I think, more than anything else, is that you get to be sassy if you're not naturally sassy in life. Or in my case, Astarion is super theatrical. I'm very loud, I'm an extrovert. I don't think I'm theatrical, whereas I don't view him as camp, he's theatrical.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I'm very loud and extroverted, but I can feel you. I can feel you.
You're so theatrical. What
I'm
are you
very
on
theatrical.
about?
All right, fuck it, I'm theatrical.
You're just Astarion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're
All right,
just
I'm very
Astarion,
theatrical.
Neil.
I've just changed my point of view on this.
There you go,
so
and you're
anyway,
theatrical.
No, but there's other stuff that I'm not. I'm not cruel,
No.
and he can be very cruel.
Yes.
But I enjoy his cruelty because it's him, and I'm not going to judge him for
No.
it. But I'm not cruel. That's a good one.
That's a
I'm
good one.
Deeply theatrical.
I will take
not
that.
cruel. Thank
You're
you.
not
I got a
cruel.
high five.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got there.
Yeah, we got
We
there.
got there.
So apparently I'm very theatrical, not cruel.
Okay.
But I get to enjoy that quality
Yeah, of
as a
course.
character, never wanting to do it myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very
So-
therapeutic.
It's just honest. It's like none of us judge. I mean, everybody does an amazing job with their characters because none of us are judging them. It's for
Yeah,
the audience to
absolutely,
judge them. We just play their fictional truths as honestly as possible,
Sure.
with as much heart as we can. We love our characters, no matter who they are.
Mm-hmm.
You could be like the worst villain in the piece. You got to love that character. You can't judge them for what they do.
No.
So the cruelty of Astarion, I don't enjoy that as a human being.
Of course.
But I love him, and I'm with him every step of the way, no matter what he chooses to do, because that's my job.
Of course.
So yeah.
Thank
Am I theatrical?
He's going to be questioning this for the next few days with us now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go bigger.
Oh no,
You've
what have
given
we
me
done?
license, mate.
Yeah.
Let's hand it over to you, lovely guys. Hello, my friend. Straight into the mic. What's your name and what's your question? Do we have the mic on? Hold on 1 second. Okay, the
Can we
mic's
give
on.
a big
Go for
shout
it.
out as well for the sign.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
interpreters.
shout out for the side.
Hello, we haven't said hello yet. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, my dear. What's your
okay.
name and what's your question?
My name is Alba.
Hi, Alba.
Hi. So I grew up with the original Baldur's Gate games as well, and I just wanted to ask, because compared to Baldur's Gate 3, which has much more advanced graphics, and so it's easier to get immersed to, like back then, the sprites, they were very, very tiny, and we needed to use our imagination a lot more to properly get immersed in the game. And Baldur's Gate 3, it sweeps you away so much more easily. Like, I remember when I first got early access, I blinked and it had been 8 hours. So I wanted to ask, was it as easy to get into the immersion? Did it feel the same way on the other side? Like the characters and the story and the levels of complexity sweep you up as well, as much as it does the player?
Oh, good question.
Really good question.
Yeah, Jennifer, do you want to start?
Yeah, so when we record, we are in a grey box with no other person in there except for us and the script, and we're in a mocap suit. So we have to fully immerse ourselves and imagine everything in a really short amount of time. So we literally will get the context as we go line by line, and you kind of go, right, you're in this area that I can't remember. I was about to give an example, and I was like, is that in early access? You're outside the Nautiloid, or, there's something, there's a mind flayer there, and, you have to kill it and give this line. So we have to entirely rely on our imaginations. And at first, I don't know about you guys, it was quite hard because you have to do it so quickly. And then by the end, it's like the muscle has grown. And now I'm like, well, I want to play D&D now. Will someone please invite me to their campaign? Because
Excellent.
I've got this now.
I can
I've got
invite
the
you.
imagination. Thank you, yeah. I haven't had a formal one from you, so, yeah. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay, thank you, Alba.
Thank you.
Great question. Hello, my dear. Hi, friend. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Anders.
Hi.
And my question was, if your characters were not a rogue, a cleric, and a wizard, what class do you think they might be?
Oh, Neil.
Upper.
Oh. There you go. Okay. Anyone else?
Druid. Loves nature.
Druid alike. Yeah, I don't know. Pagan. There we go. I don't know. No idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm still the one running into the wall. I have no idea.
I'm going to change mine from upper to rich.
Oh, okay.
Rich class.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
lazily
you.
rich, Evil without the effort. Get somebody else to do it for me.
Thank
You
you
know, that
so
kind of
much. Hello, friend.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name? What's your question?
Hi, my name is Shay, and my question is, you already touched upon this earlier, but regarding the recording process, I was wondering if you maybe have an option to hear back the recordings of other people and other cast members so you can bounce off of their acting process.
I felt in the beginning, because you're doing it in isolation, and one of the things about acting is it's a collaborative thing. Like, you usually act with someone else. You say something, someone else says something back, which then you respond to. So on this, in the very beginning, you didn't get anything. You just got someone reading you the line.
Yeah, the lines weren't recorded.
Yeah, nothing was recorded. There was no there was nothing. So it was as analog as it can possibly be. It was words on a page, and you just have to kind of imagine what someone's responding, or having no idea what potentially the other character even is, let alone what they're going to be doing it like. And as it's gone on, now we get to hear it, and now it suddenly begins to take on, even in my head, colour and form to go, oh, well, if Astarion says it like that, then obviously I'm going to say it like this. It's not in isolation to kind of go, well, am I saying it like this? And suddenly you can begin to have this dialogue and begin to have a relationship that is far more coloured and nuanced than you did in the beginning, because you can suddenly go, that's how you're doing it. That's what you're saying, and that's how you're presenting it. Got it, great. We can have fun with that. Yes, it's over time. It could be over 2 years. We're having the same conversation, but you're suddenly in it, and it's immeasurably helpful just to hear it back.
And I think there's a testament to the amazing voice directors that we have. There's quite a few of them. There's too many to mention all of them, but people like Josh Whedon, Beth Willits, Kirsty Gilmore, who's incredible and a veteran of the game industry. We have amazing movement directors like Aliona Baranova, who's over there, somewhere there she is. They gave us the support and structure to start the early work and continue with a certain safety of, okay, well, if it's going to be like that, then we can start. And the other thing as well is that Larian are very, very good, because it's early access for 2 years now, I guess, is that they took loads of feedback continually from the community. They were often tweaking the script. So we'd often, like you said a minute ago, Tim, we go back to conversations we've already done. Occasionally we go back to Act 1 stuff, which we did lock off.
I did some the other day, yeah.
We did some the other day.
It's mad.
Just to make it flow better or tweak better or make more sense of it. So the community around Baldur's Gate has been incredibly valuable to help shape the game for them, because the feedback, Larian listened to everything. And actually they're quite, I mean, they're not unusual in that, but they are extraordinary in taking so much on board and trying to find the right way through to help that. So yeah, it's been glorious in that way. And again, there's a massive cost value to that. So if anybody, you know, I'm a massive champion, as we all are, of Larian, because the amount of stuff they're putting back into the game, as opposed to just taking the easy way out. You know, they really push themselves way further than a lot of games I've been on that would take that kind of risk. So yeah, just add to that.
Thank you. What's your name again?
Shay.
Shay. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, friend. Hello there.
Hello, I'm Lewis. I'm currently at drama school, and I'm doing a course which is kind of development for virtual reality, immersive theatre, video games, and the kind of mocap operation and directing. And I was wondering, kind of, what were the kind of really good bits of practice that the writers and the artists and all the kind of performance directors at Larian gave you to really help you kind of find your characters?
Do you want an industry answer or the honest answer?
Both.
Do you mind if I take this one?
Take it.
So I have a long history of mocap and performance capture, so I'm lucky. Often, people came completely fresh to this. I was about to say something I can't say.
Oh,
We
no.
can't talk about the thing that we've been doing as well as that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's fine. So anyway, let's say, for example, a director would meet an actor the first time. The actor's never been in a suit before. It came in the moment. So actually, a lot of it was not, you didn't have like a sit down, this is how this works. It was more like, you're in the suit now, we're going to get up and play, and we'll work it as we go. Which is why there's movement directors as well. And they're invaluable. Especially to help people that have never been in the suit before. But there was no training. It was just taking great actors with great abilities and just helping them understand what that world is. I mean, I have a company that does workshops, only short ones, to help actors understand that, performers and directors and stuff. But really, a lot of it is just get in the suit. If you've got great directors that support you, they will help guide you. And just having a lot of imagination, like Jen said earlier.
Yeah.
I would also say, understanding film technique and theatre technique, because for me personally, it's a blend of the two. You can move like theatre, speak like film, the nuance of it. The camera is anywhere, so you're essentially playing in the round, but also with that immediacy of film. So understanding both is the thing that I think helps actors the most.
Yeah, perfect.
So yeah, if you're treading the line between the two.
Absolutely.
But for us, there wasn't formal training. It was just
No formal training. Plunging into the deep end.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Yeah, I found it very difficult. I mean, I'm lucky now that I work very closely with a particular team, Aliona, Beth, Tilly, and they know my habits and my tricks and what gets me into it, but that is completely different to any other actors, and it's about finding, I think also, like, my performance is going to be different to yours, or to, like, you're going to get a red cap and they're going to be like wah, 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 and like going nuts, which is very different to Shadowheart having a meaningful moment talking about her faith, you know. So it's about there is no, like, this is how you do video game acting. It's entirely dependent on the scene, the writer, the character. It changes so much in this game, let alone from one game to another. So, yeah, there's no one-size-fits-all in any way at all. And that's the magic of it, I think.
Do you want to add anything, Tim?
No, I mean, the only thing I based it on, because again, I literally was kind of thrown into it. Suddenly you're in a suit, suddenly you're in a room, suddenly it's like, and go. So my sort of background was a lot of comedy, so I did a lot of clowning and a lot of training physically with Lecoq and things like that, and also mask work. So I had to kind of draw on, these kind of very old school theatrical techniques of mask work where they can't split. How do you express an emotion, but you cannot use your face? You have to do it physically, and you have to get all of that across in that way. And then having a kind of looseness of clowning is quite good, because then that kind of shows control when you want to show control, and a looseness or whatever you wish to kind of confirm. So I kind of, during those kind of, I would say, first couple of months almost, was like, okay, well, this is what I can draw on, having no experience of what it's going to look like or anything. I'll go back to that training from drama school, and I'll start to utilize that of how I can physicalize these things, but you can't see my expression. I don't know what is going to happen. So being able to tell the story through the body was the most vital and most important thing that I learned during that early process, I would say.
Thank you very much, and
Yeah,
good
thank
luck
you so
with
much.
your course.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good luck.
Take care.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Hello, my friend. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm actually like a game master for like a lot of my players that play D&D 5e. And I actually got a question from some of my players, because I said, I'm meeting some of the cast for Baldur's Gate, and they were kind of like what questions did you want? And both of them got like a very similar set of questions. Both of them were like, oh yeah, we love all of the cast, but could you ask, like, why is Shadowheart so endearing to us?
I was worried where that was going. I was like, why is Shadowheart such a... Thank you.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I was just asking. That they love Gale, they love Astarion, especially doing the romance options. But I'm kind of surprised also as well. Like, we've already gone over quite a lot of the romancing options here, but I suppose what sort of why is Shadowheart more popular? I guess.
I don't know if she is, but as far as romance, probably. I don't know. I think because you have to try so hard. I wonder if that's why.
What on earth are you saying?
Some of us aren't floozies, darling. I think because there are... I mean, John, the writer of Astarion, is so brilliant at going, here are all the layers that you might or might not unpick. And basically, I'm saying she's Shrek, and you need to try hard, and that is attractive. Shrek is a romantic icon, and we all know it. I wonder if it's that. I think we've worked really hard to get her. I mean, I have anyway. I'm like, give me all the complexity you can get. I wonder if it's that. But also, I think it's so hard because I don't want to give anything away, but there is vulnerability there. I think I'm allowed to say that. And I think that's always endearing. Yeah. And I think I try to bring that to the role a lot. And I think I've worked hard to get that into the role. There wasn't a lot at the beginning, but I think, you have to work hard at it. And that is attractive, you know? I personally find that attractive.
I'm very lazy. I'm super lazy.
Prefer the flues.
Just come over here. I'll make you a cup of tea. Let's go. Romance done. If I was a character, it'd be so easy to romance. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you very much. Cup of tea biscuit. Let's go. Hello. What's your name and what's your question?
Hello, my name is Jason, and my question. So, as voice actors, it was a bit news for the rest of the community when this happened. But what was your personal reaction to hearing that the actor J.K. Simmons was going to lend his voice to the project, and how hard was it to keep that a secret?
Oh, who wants to start with that one? Tim?
I think there's a recording of me, which apparently has done the rounds.
There is.
I've heard it.
I've heard it.
Where I was first told, and I was doing a bit, and I'm like, oh, who's doing the voice of that? And then they said very casually, J.K. Simmons. And I said, oh, J.K. Simmons? Do you mean the J.K. Whiplash J.K. Simmons? And there is a recording of me doing that. I went, wow. Oh, okay. Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Same. It's done the rounds.
That is a genuine reaction of, what?
They literally put it on the Slack channel.
Yeah, I mean, that was unbelievably extraordinary. And then when I got to see like little bits of him voicing, it was like, wow, that really is J.K. Simmons. That's extraordinary. I mean, amazing. I've been in something with J.K. Simmons. That's what I'm taking from this.
Thank you very much. Now, not got much time left, so let's get. Thank you, by the way, for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, let's keep these as short as possible so we can get through the queue. Hello, my friend. What's your name and question?
My name's Dom. I was going to ask, what did you think about the D&D movie, but I'm going to ask something boring instead, so very sorry about
awesome.
that. It's so good. But I wanted to ask about your relationship with the music in the game, because Neil, I remember you maybe posting on Twitter about how I Want to Live is so representative of Astarion's character, and I listened to it, and I screamed, I cried, I was just so overwhelmed. With how emotional it was and how much it kind of showed about him. And I was wondering, just the music in the game for all of your characters, was that something that kind of helped you build the characters? Like you heard it and you were like, this is what it's about. Wow. Or was it more something that you listened to afterwards and like you were like, this is my reward for like making such a deep, complex character? And
Good question. Great question. Who wants to take this one?
I'll take it. So actually on that, Boris and I actually spoke about it because he contacted me when it was released, just in early access stuff, to tell me this is for Astarion. So when I heard it, it made sense. I think, he's made a beautiful score. The bit, the bit with is it Afria? In early access and thing about her teacher. I still listen to that sometimes. It's captivating. Personally, I actually make an independent playlist for all my characters I ever play. And it helps me with scenes and musicality of each creature, of each person I play. But there's something about the score that I think does really help. When we hear, I don't know if you listen to the score very much, but I've definitely used it as a way of accessing the story of it because it fits so perfectly. I mean, we always talk about in film, don't we, that the other player in the story is the music. And it's the sound design. And gratefully, people are taking more notes of it. But especially with something like this, without the sound, the story is lessened. And I think it's really important that people understand that quality. But definitely for me, it is a payoff. It's beautiful to hear the scenes that we play, then have this incredible score underneath it, and understand that these are sometimes directly linked to our characters in a very personal way. It's very touching. It's very beautiful. So
So, just a really quick one. If you have a character playlist for Astarion, what's like the top song? Is it Lady Gaga or something?
Actually, I can tell you a couple of them. It's on Spotify somewhere hidden. One of them is People Are Strange by The Doors.
Okay.
I got about 70, by the way. I also got Morecambe and Wise, Bring Me Sunshine, is on there. There's some Wagner. It's really quite eclectic. So I don't always pick things I listen to. I pick things that they would listen to or have meaning for a scene that they're in. If you deep dive on Spotify, you may find it. Good luck.
Make it public. Thank you.
No,
Thank you for your
luck.
question. We've got 5 minutes left, so just keep it nice and short, and we'll get through them. Hello, friend.
Hi, my name's Rob.
Hi, Rob.
I was just wondering, obviously this being the third game in the series, were you familiar with the series before you started on it? And if not, did you go back and find out about it?
You guys, go for it.
I'd heard of it because I don't live under a rock, but I did have to find out about it. So it was really fascinating, like kind of going in and deep diving into it. But to be honest, because my character just exists in this particular universe, it was just really important for me to deep dive into my own universe and know what a Gith is, and like find out what a mind flayer does, and that's far more important to me. But now, retrospectively, it's great, and someone buy me a console so I can play them. That would be great.
Tim?
Again, I'd heard of it. As you have probably gathered by now, I have never played it. But no, I didn't dip into it because I thought, no, again, I will kind of keep this as it is and create from the ground up and just see what I can do and add to it. And also, what I found interesting is because I'm not a gamer and I'm not used to that literacy of what gaming is and the kind of sounds of games and how things are kind of done in inverted commas, I think I approached it far more as an acting exercise. So I've tried to kind of bring in what I think is probably, totally inadvertently, like a different kind of sound. And I think if I'd have listened to too much, like if you watch too much comedy, you'll kind of start getting rhythms of, a gag works in this way, it goes to dum, and then it's a gag or not. And so I think that was quite brilliant, as in so good to try and approach it just as a different thing and hopefully put your stamp on it in a different way. I have no idea if that's done or not, but we shall see. Okay.
Thank you. We all know Neil's like the biggest fan in the world. He doesn't go out of the house without wearing his underwear, his Baldur's Gate underwear. Everywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, last question. We got to the last one. Hello, friend. Very quickly, what's your name and question?
My name is Jack, and I'll just make this very quick. So obviously we've heard a lot about the romances of Baldur's Gate, but I just wanted to know if you guys were obviously to play the game, what of the characters would you be drawn to and what romances would you pursue? Don't spoil any characters, obviously, we haven't seen yet.
Really good question. Do you know what? I would go for Lae'zel because, and if I could try and make a Shadowheart Lae'zel thing happen, I'm not saying it can or will or should or anything, but I would go for that. I'd pursue that. I find her really fascinating. And then obviously these two, I can't,
Thank you. Right here. Unbelievable.
Literally waiting for you to follow that.
Unbelievable.
Look, boys are boring. Give me lovely lizard women. They're great. So yeah, that would be my answer. I want to crack that shell. What? No, that sounds dodgy. You know what I mean? I'd want to. What's the expression?
You want to get that nut?
Yeah, right. That. Yeah.
What about you, Tim?
Owlbear.
Yes.
Owlbear.
Owlbears need love too.
Honestly, I think they'd be just a very caring lover. So I'll be
fluffy,
up.
caring.
Absolutely.
Are they really stinky?
I don't care.
It's musk more than stink, though, isn't it?
Exactly.
Musk. You ruined it.
Think of what people would say when you walk into a room. This is Maureen. Here we go.
Neil, what about you?
Well, I'm actually going to do a Twitch stream of it. I'm going to play the whole thing.
Okay.
And the rule is Astarion's in party no matter what. Okay. So I think, darling, it's going to be a bit of self-love. If you know what I mean, Jack.
Absolutely.
Wink.
Yes. Wink. Yes.
Wink.
How very Astarion of you.
How very Astarion of me. I'm nothing like the person at all. Yeah.
Thank you, friends.
Cheers, guys.
Can we have a round of applause for all the fan questions and all the fans here? Thank you. You guys make it. Thank you very, very much. Tim, Jennifer, Neil, it has been absolutely wonderful to chat to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, they're here today, they're here tomorrow. You're at the meet and greet area, is that correct?
Yeah, this afternoon, yeah.
Okay, so if you didn't get to ask a question or you're too shy, there wasn't time, please go chat to those guys because they would really want to speak to you and they can answer anything that you ask, so it's not a problem, within reason. But thank you very, very much, guys. A huge round of applause for Tim, Jennifer, Neil. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.